Oh, I thought I brought something to drink in here. Oh, Lord. Every time I come here, I got to get up. Okay? Sheesh. Goodness. Why? Okay, people. Hello. How you doing? Okay. I did some channeling. I did some channeling yesterday. Okay, yesterday evening, and I did some channeling before I came on. Hey, Rodinia. Hey, Michi. Hey, Mary. Yes. Okay. Hopefully, all is good. Okay. My health is good. Okay. Knock on wood. Whew. Okay. So let me tell you about my channeling with Amy Hilliard. Hilliard. But I believe it's pronounced Hilliard. Okay. And let me get it together here. I just turned the thing on. Okay. The thingy. Okay. Yes. So, and I'm going to throw some cards, okay? And I want to throw on the husband. Now, somebody sent me a message, okay? Okay, somebody made a comment, okay? Because see, sending a message and making a comment is two different things. Somebody made a comment about her husband is actually the owner of the shops, okay? The coffee shops. Uh, what is it called? Farley's. And somebody said it with an S. Let me see. Ooh, nice. Nice little coffee shop, but I need some. Okay, there I go. Some place to sit down. Oh, okay. There's a broader view. Okay, San Francisco. This looks like Haight Street. Let me see. Where is it at? 18th Street. Betrayal Hill. Oh, Betrayal Hill. Oh, they said he inherited the company from his family. It was passed down. And there's one in Oakland. Okay, from our San Francisco or Oakland locations. Okay. Well, I don't know if he knocked her off, okay, because this ain't the time, because he needs somebody to run the other shop. Okay, so anyway, let me tell you what I got in the wait, let me light my incense. What I got in the channeling, okay? And this is all allegedly, okay? And like I said, I am no expert. Everything's alleged for your entertainment purposes only. My interpretations. I'm gonna tell you what I got. Okay. Okay. Ooh, I hope I don't get no spasms or something. Okay. Anyway, I got that channeling her. Okay. Sorry, folks. Okay. That movement caused aches and pains. I moved too fast. Okay. My body's not used to that. So I do have that she is deceased, but I don't know that for sure. Okay. And the reason why is because I'm new to this. I'm not true to this. Okay. So you got to keep that in mind. Okay. The reason why I say that is because of what I saw. And okay, what I heard, I didn't hear too much, but the fact that um, when I asked today, I don't really get any conversation from this person. Okay, I really don't get that. Okay, but this is what I got. I got buried. Okay, I heard buried, not deep, but buried. That's what I heard. Okay, so when I channeled, I seen somebody in what looked like it could have been a garage, on the garage floor being strangled. Okay. It could have been manually. I couldn't see too clear. Okay. It could have been with something. I couldn't see too clear. I'm seeing somebody on the floor and somebody over them, but I couldn't clearly see that. I can see the outlines. Okay. I also saw what looked like a lawnmower. Okay, the handle to the lawnmower and how it goes down to the lawnmower. Okay, I saw that much and going down to the lawnmower. Okay, I also seen the back of a vehicle, so that gave me the impression of a garage. I'm in a garage. Okay, I seen the back of a vehicle. Now the vehicle looked to be a dark color, and it didn't look. It looked older. I don't know what kind of, I'm not familiar with cars, and even if I did, okay, I could just see in the channeling, it was a dark vehicle, okay, and the back, it looked okay. It didn't look like, it wasn't a new car. It looked worn. Okay, that's what I got. Okay, I asked her to show me where she was. Okay, and I got the vision of the side of a brick building, which I thought was a church. Okay. Stay with me. I thought it was a church. I could just see the side. Okay. I got the vision of being in a vacant lot, a vacant, overgrown lot. Okay. That's the vision when I asked. Okay. And I also saw that, excuse me, I also saw that there's an empty lot. It's overgrown, okay? And there's the side of that building, okay? And I come away and I can see that it's an empty lot. And I see there's something right here. I don't know what that is. It's not coming clear or whatever. I don't know if it's a building, if it's a trailer. I don't know what it is, okay? But on this side, I did get a vision of a white trailer, okay? Now let me explain. I don't know what it's called. The trucks, like the semi trucks, the big box trucks, long trucks, okay? Right? Oops, shake it. Stop shaking. I didn't hit the table. Okay. Along the big trucks. And you know how they can disconnect the front part of it, okay, and just have that trailer? That's what it looked like. That's what it looked like. It looked like the part of a truck, a big long truck. I don't know what you call that, okay? It was white. I do know that, okay? And it was white. So this is what I'm seeing. I'm seeing the white trailer, whatever that is back there, and then the side of what I perceived was a church. Okay. I also saw something that was on the side. It appeared to be on the side of the truck because I'm looking at something. It was a design. It was a design. I don't know. Okay. Kind of like it could have been like this. I saw that much of it. Okay. Something like that. It looked like it was in, could have been in gold. Okay. I don't know. I'm wondering what that was. It looked neat, but I'm trying to figure it. And in my mind, what came graffiti. Okay. There was another building off on the side of that truck trailer. And to my mind came graffiti. Okay. It looked better than graffiti, but hey, I couldn't see it that good and get a glance because as I'm looking and concentrating on what I'm trying to see, that white truck trailer comes into view. Okay, so it blocks it. Okay. Let me see what else. Okay, so yeah, so I'm thinking, and the building was the reddish brick building. Okay, I'm thinking it was an abandoned church. Okay, but today I channeled and I couldn't get that much. Okay, I couldn't get as much as I got yesterday. But what I did get was the front of that building, and it wasn't a church. Okay, it was um, it was a brick building that had bricks like in the arch. Okay, here's the building, and it's like the arch. Kind of the bricks were designed in like an arch. I don't know how many arches. I'm just telling. I see two. That's it. That's an arch. What it looked like was I see the glass and the darkness. It looked like one of those empty buildings. Could have been maybe office space. You know how they space for rent. Okay, it looked like that because it didn't look run down. It just looked like one of those spaces that they were going to rent out or lease or something, and it didn't. Okay, and it's next to the overgrown lot. Okay, that's what it looked like. Okay, so that made me change my mind that it wasn't a church. It was just a regular schmegler building that you could rent it and make it whatever you wanted to make. Okay. Now, I also did get a vague vision of somebody bent down again, but this time I couldn't see as good as I could see when I was thinking of being in the garage. I did see somebody bent over doing something, but I couldn't see what it was they were doing. Okay. That's what I got. Okay. Yeah, like a shipping container. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's what I got. Hey, Michi. Hey, TK. So that's what I got. Hey, Cynthia. Okay. So that's all I could come up with. But I did channel it, and I was surprised I even got that. Okay. But this is all alleged. And like I said, don't hold me to that because I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know if I'm doing what I am doing is correct until I get results. I haven't been able to get the wait. I did get results on that okay, but I had that was to myself, okay, when I looked it up myself, okay. Yeah, it's interesting. Okay. Oh, and then okay, I also got in that place, okay, I got a view of the lot. I couldn't see all the way back. I don't have a clear picture. I can't see how far the building goes back. Okay, the side building here. And then I couldn't make out what was back there, right here. There's something there. I just don't know what it is because it seems like there's a square. It makes it a square, but it doesn't seem like the square is closed off. You see what I'm saying? Okay, and that's what I can't see. I can't see the corners. Okay, I also got the vision. I forgot about that. That I was laying down in the grass in the lot. Okay, because it had the same color, brownish grass. Okay, um, and I'm like I'm laying and I'm looking this way and I can see the overgrown grass. But I couldn't see how tall the grass was. Okay. Now in the first channeling, I could see that grass was high like that. Okay. See what I'm saying? It was pretty high. But this one, it was laid down, and I'm looking at the grass, so I can't see how high up it is. And I also see like there's somebody back in the corner, or I got the view back in the towards the back corner, but I couldn't. That's it. It's like I'm standing. It's like I'm standing on the sidewalk looking, okay, and I can't even get a clear look at that. But that's just like it is. I'm standing on the sidewalk and I'm looking. I'm facing the vacant lot and I'm looking. Okay, that's what it feels like. Yeah, but that's what they call them, a shipping container. I couldn't think of what that was. I'm like, I know it's a truck, okay, and I know that they believe because this guy that lives across the street that moved in with his kids, he drives a truck, and sometimes he detaches that truck from that trailer. hmm So that's what I saw. Okay, now hopefully that helps. But when I asked, okay, about being dead or alive, I got maybe that I'm deceased. But when I ask who did it, I get no answer. Okay, so I don't know what's going on. Okay, so now we're gonna get to the cards. Okay. Oh, is my order delivered? What? Oh no, honey. Okay. So that's the vision, and it's still in my head. That's the thing about it. The vision of the lot is still in my head. They probably did. It says co-owner. So if she's co-owner, okay, then, and I'm thinking she had a partner, okay, the husband would be the partner. And the Farley's company, it says it was passed down through the family. Okay. Let me get my stuff, my groceries. It's a good thing I did because everything went in the refrigerator. Okay. Everything had to go in the refrigerator, and I didn't want to leave it out on the porch. Okay, me too. Me too. And we're gonna get back on Nancy too. We okay, because I got some questions. I want to go back and see what that energy is. But I told you guys I was gonna channel Amy, okay? And so I did. And we're gonna go back because we see the thing about it is, okay, it's not even being right or wrong, okay? It's about just being honest for me, being honest in what I'm doing, okay? Being honest with you guys and bringing awareness, okay? Because sometimes these people wouldn't have even got looked at, okay, had not awareness been brought to the situation, okay? Mm-hmm. Yes, dear. Okay, so I want to use I want to go in with oh, with that said, I wonder, okay, look, I got so much to choose from, okay. Let's go in with the place and see what that tells us, okay? Now, I will tell you, okay, that I like I said, my view is like I'm standing on the sidewalk, okay, and I'm looking at this empty lot. Like maybe I just walk down and happen to pass this empty lot and say, something about this lot, okay, you know what I'm saying? Okay, so I don't know what could be around in that area, but it didn't give me a feeling of it gave me the feeling that the area, it might have been in a poor part of Oakland or the city or wherever she's at, okay, with an abandoned building and then the trailer, okay, and then whatever, okay, you know what I'm saying, and the grass being overgrown. It gave me that feel. Okay, so let's ask, okay, if we can get a place. Can you update us on the location, okay, of Amy Hilliard, okay, co-owner of Farley's Coffee Shop in San Francisco and Oakland, okay, with her husband, and she's been missing and hasn't been seen since then, okay? What do you want us to know? What can you tell us? Can you give us the place? What about the place? Well, they're talking about a dense canopy, okay? Nature sanctuary, floor's floor, okay? Now, I wouldn't say that it was a forest, but I will say that it could be, you could consider it to be dense because the grass is overgrown and it's just a lot, an overgrown lot. So I don't know. We got a ship here, so there's water. There's a courthouse. There's an art exhibition. Okay. And there's a restaurant. Interesting. There's a kitchen. It talks about kitchen tools and meal preparation. Oh, I wonder, is that the shop? I wonder, is that the shop? A luxury boutique? A church? And a place of heartbreak? Is that the Bay Bridge or the Golden Gate Bridge? Okay. I think that's the Golden Gate Bridge. That's San Francisco. Because the Golden Gate Bridge is not gold, it's red, unfortunately. Within the vehicle. Oh. An elevator. So there's a building, okay, that has transit between floors, more than one floor, okay? We have the dry desert, so there's land. There's a concert hall. There's the Mystic Haven. Oh, they even got a government building, okay? Now, let me see if I can get an aerial view of this place, okay? Because let me show you something. It looks like a Hate Street. It gives me the Hate Street vibes. It really does. It gives me the Hate Street vibe. Well, it could because it's 18th Street. Now, they said that she was last seen in walking in Diamond Park. Now, Diamond Park is not an isolated park. It's a nice park where people go. Okay, so it's not a bunch of people, but there's people. So if I scream, somebody gonna hear me. Okay, okay. Oh, oh. Ooh, that give me Hate Street vibes. Is it orange now? But that was years ago. It used to be red. When I came to San Francisco, that thing was red. I didn't see nothing about no orange. Hey, Lisa. Hey, Steph. Yes, I did. Midnight Intuition. It's International Orange. Oh, wow. Look at Steph said International Orange. Get it right. Okay. Okay. And it's on the hill. I wonder how far this is from the Haight Street district. Oh, I'm reminiscing, y'all. Sorry. Woo, it's taking me back. Okay, now here's a view walking down the street. Yeah, it's definitely giving me Haight Street. Let's look at the one in Oakland. Now see, this is this Keisha. Oh, this looks like it's in a mall. Yeah. Oh. This is by the airport. Okay, I don't know which is which. This one is supposed to be in San Francisco. It looks more like San Francisco. Okay, I'm going back. Girl, I had my first apartment. My first apartment was right there on Divisadero. Divisadero and oh God, how can I forget? Okay. It'll come to me. I can't believe I forgot that street. Okay. See, get out of here. Get your butt. Making noise. You know I'm busy. Yes, honey. Okay. But what I am trying to get is okay. Well, I'm gonna let you look, okay, because this store right here. Keisha, get out of here, girl. Take your toys and get. Okay, because this place looks more upgraded. Okay. Mm. Okay, it's not. Ooh, that street look nasty. Okay, here it is. But on the inside, it looks cute. It looked like you could be in Subway. Ooh, I smell coffee too. That's interesting. I don't have any coffee, but I started to smell coffee. Okay. And get your butt out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here. Don't you come back. She did ate everybody's treats and everything. And she gonna come in here and demand. Okay, girl, if you don't get up out of here. Okay, so okay, so we got one that's okay, that's in San Francisco. That's the one that's over there, Daly City. Okay, San Ramon. And then we got the other one going up toward Walnut Creek. Is that the wait a minute? Oh girl, they got what I thought it was, okay, but I clicked on it. The one in Oakland by the airport has a 2.3 rating. That's bad. That is awful. The one in that's the one in Oakland. Now the one in San Francisco has 4.4 rating. Okay. Hold on. They're mixing up. Okay. They're kind of showing me the same thing. Oh, that's so cute, Ramona. Oh, she got a chihuahua named Pinky. Oh, Pinky. Remember that movie Pinky and that cartoon Pinky in the Brain? Why was I interested in this? And I'm like, why am I watching this? Pinky and the Little Brain. They used to, okay. I thought it was pretty interesting. Okay. I was just wondering. Now we know, okay, you can kind of get a vibe of where she's located because we're getting the same vibes, okay, that she's in a populated residential area, as I would say. Okay, hold on. Yeah, this one reminds me of Hate. Just so much of Hate Ashbury. I swear to God. Okay. Even the building, the outside of the building. Okay. So let's ask again to give us more information on the location. Okay. Can you tell us more about the location of Amy Hilliard? Okay. Can you give us more information? What do you want us to know? And thank you for your answers. Can you give us more information? Okay. On Amy Hilliard's location. She's been missing for a month. What do you want us to know? Okay. Get us a couple of more cards out. Creative showcase. Okay. Now, this right here gives me the San Francisco vibes. Okay. I could see them having a small gallery in one of those houses, flats with the storefront, parking lot. Once again, luxury boutique. Okay. Shopping mall. There's a shopping mall. Okay. Now, if it's close to Daly City, that could be Serramonte or Tanforan. Swimming pool. There's a swimming pool. Now, the swimming pool, it gives me hotel vibes, okay, like the Hilton or somewhere, okay, because there's a lot of homes in the Bay Area, especially in San Francisco, that do not have swimming pools because of the weather is so back and forth, okay, and it's cooler. So we have a crossroads, okay, so there's a street crossing, an intersection, okay, and we have farm, livestock, okay, agricultural work. Now that's interesting because that takes it somewhere totally different. There's a bank, financial center, and a museum, and a home. So it's somewhere familiar. We never go with the desert again, okay? There's a library. There's a hotel. Like I said, I was thinking of that with the pool, okay? And there we go with the kitchen. That's interesting, okay? And the kitchen talks about food prep, okay? So I would not be surprised if she was somewhere by one of those businesses, allegedly, okay? I would not be surprised. And my cards are mixed up once again, okay? I didn't mix the cards up. Ciao. I knew something wasn't right. Mm-hmm. Okay, so we're going to go. Did we do true crime with um Amy? Let's look at hidden figures, okay? Hidden futures. What lies beneath, okay? Okay, so we're going to do what lies beneath, okay? Hidden futures. Can you tell us the vibes going on with Amy Hilliard? What are the vibes with Amy Hilliard? Okay? And then we're going into tarot. Amy Hilliard, can you tell us what's going on with Amy Hilliard? What do you want us to know? What can you tell us? And thank you for your answers. Says she's running away. A fake apology, bank failure. They might be experiencing and see how that grass is overgrown like that. Okay. Oh wow. And look at there's a graffiti in the back on this wall. I don't know if you can see that. There's somebody wrote graffiti up there. Okay. Check yourself. And somebody's watching it go down and enjoying the gossip. already knowing the tea. A situation is about to explode. And then there go the police. Oh my. Caught. Uncovering evidence. Getting exposed. Cheating revealed. Getting played. Manipulation and lies. Game is over. Investigating. So the police are looking into it. Oh yeah. Setting the record straight. And somebody was in their feelings, okay? Sookie now. And fake friends. Oh, somebody might have been caught, okay? Betrayal, yep. Deceit, backstabbing. I bet you somebody, I'm getting it. Somebody was caught with the friends. But you say she's just a friend. You say she's just a friend. Oh, baby, you get what I need. And she don't want to hear it. Because you say she's just a friend. She don't want to hear it. And then this card came up before. We used this card. We used this deck. Envy. And this card came up before too. Okay. Caution. Okay. Oh, you have? Yeah, you know about that? What you know about that, girl? Oh, baby, you. Oh, he had some big old lip and he was ugly. He wasn't ugly. He was ugly. Bismarcky. But I love that song. But you say he's just a friend. Yeah, we know that. Okay. So, something's up. Something's up. Okay. And I want to get the blue tarot. Nope, that's not it. That's not it. Oh, let's use her tarot. Okay. This is her tarot. This is what the box looks like. Says it on the side. Pretty sure I got it from Temu. Or was it AliExpress? Okay. And this is what the cards look like. And this is reversals and straight up. So let's look at this. Okay. What can you tell us about Amy Hilliard? Okay. She went missing back there in at the end of March. Okay. And she's still missing. What do you want us to know about Amy Hilliard? Okay. What can you tell us? What do you want us to know? And thank you for your answer. Amy Hilliard. Okay. She's got businesses out there in Oakland and San Francisco, her and her husband. And one has a 2.3 rating. Ooh, child, that is not good. Okay, so what do you want us to know about Amy? She's missing. Okay, so on the bottom, at the bottom of this reading is the Four of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, so there's release of the past, giving up control, generosity, acceptance. Giving it up. Okay, so we also have the Hermit in reverse. Loneliness, isolation, paranoia, sadness, being overcome or paralyzed by fear. Hi, Patricia. Okay, and then we have the Two of Wands in reverse, which talks about few options, restlessness, fear of the unknown, and sudden change. And then we have the Three of Wands in reverse. There's doubt, regret, and perceived failure. I wonder, is this talking, does this have something to do with that 2.3 rating they got in Oakland? And the Hangman is letting go, sacrificing, pausing to reflect, uncertainty, spiritual development. Okay? And then we have the Ten of Cups in reverse, which talks about despair, broken family, divorce, separation, and conflict. And then we have the Eight of Cups, scared to move on, stagnant, faking. Okay? The Nine of Cups in reverse, shattered dreams, sadness, and failure. And then we have the Three of Cups. Okay, so there's some good conversation and happiness, okay, but it is overshadowed by self-doubt and regret. Okay, it's overshadowed by self-doubt and regret. And we have the Three of Pentacles, okay, talking about teamwork. And teamwork is overshadowed by the Hangman, letting go, sacrificing, pausing to reflect. This one talks about learning, mastery, recognition, okay, and growth. And then we have the World. Fulfillment, completion. Oh, had to make sure nobody was in front of my house. Okay, so that's interesting. And then the Devil. Okay, so we have manipulation, and remember the previous card said drugs, addictions, depression, negative thinking, betrayal. And the Nine of Swords talk about despairs, hopelessness, anxiety. So it sounds like this girl is suffering a lot of depression or deep depression. Okay, and we also have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, which talks about upheaval, lousy luck, unwelcome change, setbacks, external forces. So there's outside forces, okay, in play here. And we have the King of Pentacles in reverse. Oh, okay. I'm trying not to scream. Failing business, corruption, cold, materialistic, instability. And this is overshadowed by the Hangman and the Three of Pentacles, okay? Now, I was just telling you there was something bothering me about that 2.3 rating on the business in Oakland. San Francisco got 4.4, but in Oakland, okay, it's 2.3. Girl, Steph, okay, I'm trying to tell you. Mm-hmm. Now the thing about it with these cards, they have explanations on them. You don't have to take everything it says, okay? You don't have to take nothing, but something that it probably says may, okay, tickle your intuition. Okay, but this right here says failing business, and I'm like, I couldn't have said that better than myself. Okay, and I think I'm getting the impression that someone is using money out of the business that they're not saying. Okay, so let's keep going. Okay, so we have the King, the Knight of Swords in reverse. This talks about being stagnant, laziness, missed opportunities, go with the flow, self doubt. That's about the second or third time self doubt has came up. We have the Seven of Swords in reverse. Taking responsibility, starting fresh, coming clean. Okay, somebody need to come clean. And you know where that's going? That's going right under the devil. Ooh, ouch. That hurt. Somebody need to come clean. This is the same as doing something and getting caught, okay? Coming clean. Confess, okay? These are my confessions. Yes, that's right. So we have temperance, okay? So we have some kind of balance, moderation, good health, cooperating with others and finding solutions. We have sadness, procrastination, pessimism, lies, and failures with the sun in reverse. Lies, failure. And we have the Ten of Wands in reverse. Undependable, stress, procrastination. Too much of a load, couldn't take it. And we have the Ace of Wands. Okay, so the Ace of Wands talks about creativity, enthusiasm, okay, and a breakthrough, a fresh start, okay. Talks about a fresh start, but it's overshadowed by the Knight of Swords in reverse, which talks about laziness and missed opportunities. The King of Swords, okay, now that's the police. Astute man, authority, a leader, logical, fatherly, take command and stay cool. Okay, now this right here is overshadowed by the Seven of Swords in reverse, talking about hiding something and getting caught. And then we have the Knight of Cups in reverse, which talks about heartbreak, deception, and cheating. And then we have judgment in reverse, feeling down, self doubt, missing the call, fearlessness. Okay, and that is going overshadowed by the sun in reverse, which talks about procrastination, lies, and failure. Okay, and then we have justice in reverse. Oh, judgment and justice right next to each other, both of them in reverse, where it talks about dishonesty, injustice, failure to take responsibility, deceitful practices, and negative karma. Ooh, sookie now. Somebody. Okay, we're gonna have to pull out the cards. Somebody. And the Empress. Divine feminine. Ooh, Amy. So it looks like there could have been an injustice done to Amy. Because injustice, okay. Interesting. Okay. Let's ask the energy between Amy and her husband. Let me look at his name. Because I got to say that. I like to say their names. I get that connection. Say my name, say my name. Keep calling me baby. Sounds a little shady. Chris. That's his name, Chris. Oh, you can't trust nobody named Chris. I'm sorry. You can't trust nobody with the name Chris, okay? Because we got Chris Nanos, now we got Chris Hillyard. You can't trust them. What can you tell us about Amy Hilliard's husband, Chris? Okay, I'm sorry. What can you tell us about Chris Hillyard? What do you want us to know about Chris Hillyard, Amy Hilliard's husband? What do you want us to know? What can you tell us? And thank you for your answers. Chris Hillyard. Ooh, sookie now. Okay, we got to find out about Chris. Okay, y'all, we got to find out about Chris. Uh-oh, there's a card coming out. Queen of Wands. Fiery passion, energetic, self-assured, wholehearted. Okay. That's what it say. What can you tell us? Chris Hillyard. Let me see what else does it say his age. Oh, Amy suffers from anxiety, depression, and other Didn't we catch it? We caught it in the cards. Okay. Sound like somebody just depressed and just, ooh. Now here we go with, oh, she was depressed. Okay, here we go with that. Yep. Okay, so 3 hours ago. This is 3 hours ago. This is catching. I need you guys to share the video. This is catching traction. Oh, what happened? You won't tell me, it won't open up. But he said that his wife had been experiencing mental health issues, including depression and anxiety, after a close friend and one of the. Okay. Okay, he did say that she went to a therapist. I'm trying to. Okay. So she was last seen in Oakland. Oh, and another thing I wanted you guys, I noticed that on the channeling that I got, it was daylight. It was daylight. Okay. And I'm going to tell you something else on the channeling. Okay. Because I noticed the difference. Because usually when I notice that when I channel, I see trees, wooded area. Okay. This opened up, it wasn't a wooded area. Like I said, it opened up to a field. Okay. It was daylight. I also, matter of fact, got a glimpse of leaving outside. That's it. No feelings. It was daylight. But that's what I noticed. It was daylight. No, no, the money issues, okay, it's gonna come out because it's picking up traction. See what I'm saying? So whatever, if there are money issues, it's gonna come out. But we're paying more closer attention. So now this was 3 hours ago. So they went back and got some more information. Okay. He said that she had an appointment, okay, and she texted him saying she was home around 1:40 in the afternoon. Daylight. Daylight. Okay? She took the dog for a walk and also spoke to a neighbor. That's what the surveillance showed. And this was shortly after she got home. Okay. So when he got home, an hour and a half later, she was gone. Okay? Because he got home around 3 something in the afternoon. Daylight. Okay? Now, I don't know who's running the coffee shops. Okay. That's the one in San Francisco. Oops. Okay, there's a 3.9 in Yelp. So the San Francisco, which is what I'm pretty much getting, okay? Ooh, child. So they close at 8. Oh, yeah, closing soon. So they about to close. They open. They got employees, you guys. Ooh, must be nice. This is the one that is by the airport. I don't know where the airport is in Oakland. Okay, so let me read the reviews. Ooh, somebody mad about their croissant. Got a happy. Ooh, somebody got a 1. Pizza's gone. Oh, they mad because they replaced Pete's Coffee with Farley's. Something like that. Farley's Cafe. I guess it used to be Pete's. So they gave it a 1. See, you got to look at these reviews, okay? Because people be doing stuff like this. So you mad because the coffee shop moved out and was replaced with another one. So you gave them a 1 star review. People like the coffee. Ooh, somebody mad about the coffee was burnt. Gate 23 and opposite the restroom has few vegetarian food options. Well, if you are stuck in this part of Oakland Airport, make the hike to somewhere else for coffee. understaffed, mediocre coffee, industrial strength, stale croissants. I thought they, I thought they were gonna say industrial strength cleaner. Okay, they said industrial strength croissants. Girl, it's at least a day old, dry and stale. Oh, another stale croissant. Well, this is in Oakland, and this is apparently at the airport. Okay, they're located at the airport in Oakland, and by Gate 23, in case you're wondering. And don't get nothing with a croissant, okay? Because that's the worst thing to get is a dried up croissant, okay? That is industrial strength. Girl, where they do that at? Oh my God. I know, huh? Oh, wow. Okay, so what can you tell us about Chris Farley? What do you want us to know? And thank you for your answers. Okay, Chris Farley coming up. Now, that's a new one on me. Industrial strength croissant. I ain't never heard such a thing. Okay, so let's go with Chris Farley. What's he working with? What's the vibes on Chris? Okay. Five of Swords, battles, arguments, conflict, defeat, surrender. Okay. So he likes to argue. Okay. The Ace of Cups in reverse, anguish, end of a relationship, bad news. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, y'all. Okay, hold up. We going somewhere. Queen of Cups, insecurity, weak, needy, shallow. He got them feminine vibes. Okay. Page of Cups. Oh, immaturity. Okay. This is emotional immaturity. Okay. Young-minded. Okay. Broken dreams. Envy. Oh, envy. Remember we got envy? Remember we got envy on that spread with what lies beneath. Envy. What's up with that? We have the Hermit in reverse, loneliness, isolation, paranoia, sadness, being overcome or paralyzed by fear. The Page of Swords in reverse, there's Chatty Patty. Feeling unproductive, exhaustion, defensive, manipulation, playing mind games. Oh, Sookie Sookie. Chatty Patty telling it. He playing mind games with you, girl. Okay. And the Five of Pentacles in reverse. Luck, triumph, better health, improved finances, recovery. Okay. And then we have 21, the world. And the world, the Queen of Cups in reverse, is overshadowed by the world. There's the end of her. She's too insecure, weak, needy, and shallow. At least that's what the cards say, allegedly. And the world, the end. There is no beginning. It's the end. It's over. Complete. The cycle is complete. And then the moon. Ooh. The moon says fear, anxiety, confusion. Okay. Starting to point to a culprit. Something is hidden. Okay. Mm-hmm. And we have the Nine of Cups in reverse. Shattered dreams, sadness, and failure. We have the Knight of Wands in reverse. This is someone who's superficial, cocky, foolhardy, and restless. And he's going over Chatty Patty in reverse, so that makes sense, okay? And the Ten of Wands in reverse, undependable, stress, procrastination. This card came up when we were doing the reading. And, okay, we have the 8, we have strength in reverse. So there's self-doubt, weakness, insecurity, low energy, and raw emotion. This is going along overshadowed by the Queen of Cups in reverse. And the Hangman, letting go, okay? So we're letting go, sacrificing, pausing to reflect, uncertainty, spiritual development, okay? And that is overshadowed by the moon. Queen of Swords, supportive, empathetic, empathic, empathetic, okay? And encouraging, protective, independent, okay? And the advice is to cut a bitch. I can't make this stuff up. I can't make this stuff up. Okay? Oh my, oh my. So we have here with the Five of Wands is compromise and teamwork. Okay? This is avoiding conflict. And then we have the Devil. Okay? So we are trapped in bondage and addiction. And then we have the Six of Wands in reverse, where we're talking about failure, losing, broken promises, fame hungry. Oh, now that's overshadowed by the Queen of Cups in reverse. Seven of Pentacles, planning, hard work, perseverance, rewards and results, long-term success. Interesting. But it's facing the Six of Wands in reverse, okay? So he's working hard, but he's losing, okay? Broken promises, Eight of Pentacles, ambition, diligence, mastery, okay. Well, he's working now. He's working even harder with the Queen of Swords. Uh-oh. Is that another woman? Oh. Oh. And the Tower, okay? And the Tower. So the stuff is going to hit the fan. There is intense and sudden change, release, painful loss, tragedy, revelation. Okay, so something's going to be revealed in the next couple of weeks, probably. Okay, but I'm wondering, is she the weakest link? Allegedly, okay, is she or was she the weakest link? Okay, so let's ask about the energy between the both of them. Chris Farley was a very funny comedian. He died of drugs. Well, this one might too. I know. Isn't that something, Sin? Shady. Hey, Colleen. Okay, so let's see the energy between the two. Okay, what's the energy between Amy Farley and her husband, Chris Farley? What was the energy between those two? What's their dynamics? Okay, Amy and Chris Farley, who own the Farley coffee shops. Okay, what's the energy with those two? What do you want us to know? What do you want us to know? The energy between those two. Underneath it all is the Queen of Pentacles, complacency, stubbornness, and laziness. Okay. We have the Seven of Wands, okay? Conviction, strong will, defiant, determined, okay? Somebody was on the defense, okay? They wasn't letting up. And then the Three of Cups, okay, which talks about celebration and good conversation. And the Three of Swords, okay, betrayal. Says heartbreak, loneliness, betrayal, sadness, and grief. Okay, the advice is to break up, release the negative energy, and find a better way to stay grounded. So there's betrayal in this relationship. Okay, and we already got that with the cheating. Okay, so let's keep going. And then we have the Two of Cups in reverse, argument, strain, relations, anguish. Okay, yeah. This is the energy between the two. We have the King of Pentacles in reverse, okay? Oh, the King of Pentacles in reverse. Y'all listening? Failing business, corruption, cold, materialistic, and instability. Trying to tell you. Five of Cups, okay? Sadness, loss, despair, and loneliness. Loneliness because he must have been out cheating all the time. And we have the Five of Wands in reverse. So there was compromise, okay? And teamwork. So they tried to get back together. Here we go. Okay. I think that there was some reconciliation that didn't last too long. Okay. And the Page of Wands in reverse. Yes. Bad news or intentions, easily tricked, loudmouth, and impatient. Yep. That didn't last too long. Went like that. Okay. And then we have the Four of Wands in reverse. Ooh. Unhappy family, cancellations, and feeling unwelcome. Oh, wow. That's sad. And then we have the Star in reverse, which is despair, lack of hope, creative block, boredom, focusing on the negative. And that's overshadowed by the King of Pentacles in reverse. Nine of Pentacles, okay, was independence, prosperity, and refinement. Comfortable life. And the Hierophant. There is spiritual wisdom, tradition, conformity, morality, and ethics. hmm Yeah, that's going on with the, like I said, it was a reconciliation here. And then we have the we have the Chariot in reverse, which is a lack of control, opposition, lack of direction, and self-discipline. So that is a cheater, somebody who can't control their impulses. Okay, somebody who is thinking with the other head. Ow! Woo! That's what that is. Okay. And then we have Judgment in reverse. So feeling down, self-doubt, and missing the call. Fearlessness. That's what them drugs will do to you. Make you feel like you just all that and you're not. And then we have the Magician, which is creation, manifestation, capabilities. Okay. And that's overshadowed by the Star in reverse. So he came up with something. And then we have the Six of Cups in reverse. We have maturity, boredom, and independence. Okay. This is the nostalgia card. Back down memory lane in the past. Okay. So in the past, there was success. So it's like he was handed down a thriving business. Okay. He's got two daughters in college. Yeah, they had children. They had children. And then we have the Ace of Cups in reverse, anguish, end of a relationship, and bad news. Mm. And then we have the Page of Swords, chatty patty, okay, in reverse, being unproductive, exhausted, and defensive, manipulating. There we go. And then we have death. Death is overshadowed by corruption in reverse. I mean, judgment, judgment. Getting rid of excess, powerful movement, resolutions. Okay. He made a resolution, okay, to end one thing so he could start something else. And the Three of Pentacles, okay? Because he's focused on teamwork. And he feels like she was the weakest link. She wasn't working. She wasn't working out for some reason. Okay? Let me see how long they've had this business. How long has Chris Farley owned the Farley Coffee Shop? (2012). So what is that? 14 years. And he got along with his wife, Amy. So they both were doing it. He got the company from his father, Roger Farley. Okay. Roger Farley had owned this business, established this business in 1989. So he's been running the business for over 20 years. And then he passed it down. Okay. So the dad is the one who expanded the business. Okay. Chris has been leading the company for approximately 14 years as of this year. Okay. Expanding the business to Oakland in 2009 and in Emeryville in 2010. Now, I don't know how he did that if he didn't own it. He might have been working as the CEO, something like that. He passed it to Chris and Amy in 2012, and they opened the Oakland branch. Okay, I see what they did. They opened the branch. They didn't own it, but they opened it. And the Emeryville location in 2010. There you go. He launched, okay, hold on. What is this? Okay, oh, so he did, okay. He launched an employee profit sharing program. So the company will divide a portion of its profits to the employees. Okay. Oh, it's 3 stores: San Francisco, Oakland, and Emeryville. What happened to the Emeryville? Let's see the Emeryville. Oh, trying to sneak. Farley's Coffee Shop in Emeryville. I guess this is in East Oakland. Oh, wait. Oh, that's the store that got a 3.9. So they have 3 shops. Envy, the sister. Oh, no, I'm not getting envy on the sister. This is on him. Her sister, Alexandria. Okay, I don't think it's called Farley's though. I think it's called, it looks like Deja. Let's see. Deja Coffee. Oh, Dela. Dela Coffee. It's on 65th and Emeryville. Okay. Yeah, envy of his own wife. You know, he could be jealous of his wife too for whatever reason. Okay. Some people are just like that. Yes. I get that a lot of times. Yes. And two is that could come from somebody who is just jealous hearted. Okay. You know, some people are jealous. There's no reason to be jealous. Okay. Don't have to have no reason. They are just jealous hearted people. Okay. And envy. You'd be surprised. Oh, you got to be a talker. He's in the coffee bit. No, no, no. He's a talker. Okay. You own a coffee shop. You can't do nothing but talk. Okay. You're talking all day, every day. Okay. So, what happened to Amy? And we'll take a look at the sister too. Okay. What happened to Amy? What can you tell us happened to Amy Farley? She's missing. What happened to her? Amy Farley. What happened to Amy? Uh-oh. The sun in reverse. Sadness, procrastination, lies, failure. Okay. That's what it says. What can you tell us happened to Amy Farley? She's missing. What happened to her? What do you want us to know? What can you tell us? And thank you for your answers. Okay. Amy Farley. So the company was given to them in 2000, what is it, 12. So they've been married for at least 14 years. We can't gather that much. What happened to Amy? Underneath it all is the Knight of Cups in reverse. Heartbreak, cheating, and deception. Okay. What happened to Amy? Okay. The Five of Wands in reverse. Okay. So there was a compromise. Okay. Talks about teamwork, talks about solutions. Okay. So basically, avoiding conflict. Okay. And there's the Empress. And the Magician. Okay. And the Three of Pentacles, okay? Teamwork. And the Nine of Swords. Despair, hopelessness, and anxiety. Two of Swords, stalemate, coming to crossroads, time to think. We have the Ace of Cups in reverse, where we are having anguish and the end of a relationship and bad news for the Empress. Overshadowed by the Empress. Excessive control, rigidity, and domination. The Emperor in reverse. The Emperor in reverse, and he's overshadowed by the musician, okay, who's making it happen. And the Four of Cups. Depression, missed opportunities, and feeling stuck. Now, so far, I'm getting the impression that it looked like she left. She just left. She just picked up and left. Fuck it. Two peas in a bucket. Let's keep going. And the Hangman, letting go, sacrificing, pausing to reflect. Uncertainty. Interesting. Seven of Pentacles. Planning, hard work, perseverance, rewards, and results in long-term success. Two of Cups, argument, strained relations, anguish. Sound like she might have picked up and left. Usually you hear the man leaving, okay? She like, F that, honey, okay? Ace of Swords, a clarity, a sound decision making, a breakthrough opportunities. Now that's overshadowed by the Emperor, okay? It's funny how it's not saying what happened to Amy. Temperance, patience, okay? Balance. And then we have the Hierophant, okay? Which talks about spiritual wisdom, tradition, conformity, morality. And this is overshadowed by letting go, sacrificing, the Hangman. And then we have the Tower. So it talks about tragedy. And the Page of Pentacles, okay? Sticking to goals, okay? Practicality. And then we have the King of Pentacles in reverse, failing business and corruption once again. And this is all in the lines of the Emperor in reverse. Ooh. Definitely something going on, okay? And then we have the Chariot, okay, in reverse, which talks about lack of direction and loss of control. And the Temperance card is overshadowing that. And then we have the High Priestess in reverse. So we have repressed feelings, okay? We have the Eight of Pentacles. But it's overshadowed by the Tower. And the Fool in reverse. Foolish, jumping in before looking, getting ahead of yourself. And then we have the King of Cups in reverse. Unproductive, unreliable, and intolerant. And that's going right along with the King of Pentacles and the Emperor in reverse. Yep. These are male energies and they're all in reverse. That's not good. Okay. And then we have the Queen of Cups in reverse, once again, who is needy and weak. And then we have the Eight of Wands in reverse. Restriction, bad timing, getting a late start, and losing traction. Okay. Now, this is what I'm getting in what happened to Amy. Okay. And let's see if the Black Rose can clarify some of this. Because this, I'm asking what happened to her. It doesn't say death. I don't see death in here. I just don't. Okay? I don't see death. What can you tell us about this spread here? Give us some clarity in regards to what happened to Amy Farley. What happened? Give us clarity. What do you want us to know? What can you tell us? And thank you for your answers. What happened to Amy? She with bad croissants. Right. I can understand the phone. So, okay, there's your clue. Don't call me. Okay. But did she leave her purse? Finality. Okay. Break up, not looking back. She gone. She left. Emotions like waves in and out. Okay. She left. Okay. Telepathy, intuition, dreams. Forbidden, love affair, temptations, flirting, giving into pleasure. And then drama, creating problems, thirsty for attention, and overreacting. Drama queen. Okay. Dating. Okay. She might have hooked up. She might have hooked up. Sneaky. Okay. She might have hooked up. Clown. Degrading, appearances, shame, humiliation. Okay. Decision, wrong reasons, contemplating, stay or leave, uncertain. Pain, she's guarded, she's putting a wall, excruciating pain. And then surprise, unexpected action, spontaneous, showing up, unexpected change. There you go. Surprise! Hi, honey, I'm home. I'm just a messenger. Okay, I'm just a messenger. So, my inclination is that I don't get deceased. Okay, I really don't. And the cards are telling me the same thing. And I've been getting the same kind of impression. She just upped and left. She got sick of his mess, whatever it is. He knows. He knows. Okay. And she left. Okay. Since you ain't turned up, I'm finna call the police and put out a missing persons. That's how you solve that. Okay. And we finna look for your ass. Mm-hmm. Well, you're not gonna find me, okay? You can have my phone. Okay. And okay, to tell you the truth, I really hope that's all it is. I really do. I really do hope that that's all it is. She got fed up and she left. Okay. You got to remember, they've been married for over 14 years. Okay. And whatever was going on in their life, he knows. Okay. But still, at the same time, something could have happened to her. You see what I'm saying? Okay. See. So she may have taken a much needed break, okay, which I'm going to take. She may have taken a much needed break and is deciding on whether she is going to return or she's going to stay gone. Okay, taking a break from the monotony, running a business for 14 years, okay, and employees, and then dealing with somebody cheating and manipulating, okay, not to mention, okay, she's no beauty queen. I mean, she's no prom queen or whatever you want to call it, okay, you see what I'm saying? She has her own faults, but that is the information I'm getting, and I'm still getting that empty lot. Right. Okay. So and the depression. So instead of harming herself, she says, I'm just gonna leave. Okay. So we'll see. We'll see. Okay. But there's gonna be a conclusion to this mystery. Yeah, the business is failing, but why is the business failing? Okay, you know what I'm saying? They have three businesses, um, and they're thriving. I wouldn't say they're failing; they're thriving, but maybe something is going on. Okay, yeah, there may be something going on that, and usually that's the case. Usually that's the case. Now, if he did something to her or he didn't, there's always something in the background that they don't tell you the straight up story. Okay. And the police know more than we do. So, but it's catching traction. Okay. So it may produce some results. That's the thing about it. Okay. But it's sad, okay? And the thing about it is, I don't know. She better hurry up and get back if she's alive, because you may get charged for all the man hours they spent looking for you when you wasn't missing. It did say good health in here. I noticed that it said good health. Okay. So but like I said, they got a business. Okay. They making money. So you better hope that police department don't hit you. Okay. With the man hours that it took to look for your behind when you wasn't missing. One business being held up by the others. Yeah. But apparently they got some good businesses out there. See what I'm saying? Oh, did you guys hear about the guy, David? Okay, I don't know how true it is, but they said he confessed. I mean, wait, excuse me. That he pleaded guilty. Let me look it up. Yep. Oh, is that how he spelled it? Oh man, they got this in another language, honey. I don't know what I did, but honey, let me see. How they spell that man's name? Okay. VD. Let me see. No, so that was a rumor. He pled not guilty. Well, I know that. They said David took her tattoo off. Is that why she was missing the two fingers? Yeah, if they get the FBI, okay, he gonna be up there with R. Kelly and Diddy. They got him with lying in wait, financial gain, and killing a witness. Lewd and lascivious acts with a child under 14 and mutilation of a human body. And one eye. One eye. What do he want with an eye? What do you want with the fingers? They gonna dry up and stain. Oh, people just nasty. Okay, so that was false, but that's yeah. I looked at that today. See how people be doing? This was 3 days ago. I'm not talking about 3 days ago. This was what I see was hours. It was just about anyway. Well, they took that channel down because it's not up here. The eye was decomposed when they found her. That is crazy. That is just out, just okay. I know one thing. When it's all said and done, I don't want to be his cellmate. Don't bring him in here with me, okay? Because I'm just gonna kill him. Because it's either me or him, okay? That's just the way I see somebody like that. It's just me or him, okay? And he's got to go. I don't know why y'all brought that man up in here. Okay. That's interesting. Okay. So I am going to leave and get me something to eat, and I will be back on tomorrow. Okay, knock on wood. I'll be back on here tomorrow, and we are gonna. I want to update on Nancy Guthrie. Okay, just plain. Oh, girl. Okay, and just not the fact that okay, it's not like the fingers. Okay, well, did he put them in some formaldehyde so that they don't decay? At least put it in a jar of formaldehyde if you're gonna keep them. Okay. Anyway, stay blessed. Oh, child. Stay blessed.